Warning. I'm sure the National Weather Service in Memphis is redrawing this warning with that confirmation as well. So we're waiting to get that updated, but this is now a confirmed tornado that is moving into far northeastern, extreme northeastern Mississippi here. So as we've got that tornado warning, of course, as I said, we've got the potential for that to be on the ground this moment, just moving east of the Corinth area, again, just outside of our viewing area. But for northeastern Mississippi, we want to keep those folks in mind in Tishomingo County there as well. Southern Hardin County, this is just south of the Savannah area here. This is also where we could see that tornado passing through into, this would be let me get the county name there. That's Lauderdale County in northwestern Alabama, around the Waterloo area there as well. Of course, we've got team coverage this afternoon. This is sort of our first tornado warning of this wave of the events that we started up yesterday. We have our own meteorologist Trevor Burchett also in the studio this evening. Trevor, what are you seeing on your side of things?
Hey there, Kit. Thanks for that update hopping on. I will let you know that obviously today is not going to be anywhere near as severe as what we saw yesterday. Yesterday was a very rare severe weather day that does not happen, but we do still have the potential for some storms to be a little stronger today, and that's what we're seeing right now. Again, if you're just joining us, a tornado warning was issued for portions of Alcorn County, and that is going to go until, I believe, 5:30. So technically until 5:30 on this morning. The good news is technically the area of rotation and possible tornado has already left Alcorn County. So this is now in northern Tishomingo County, Mississippi, and that is going to continue up the Tennessee River. So I know this was a pretty quick warning, but Alcorn County, the storm has technically already left your part of the Mid-South. So we will probably be able to let this one go pretty quickly, but definitely some signs of rotation there. If you know somebody in northern Tishomingo County, this is going to be out near High Point and Crossroads. And again, that, as Kit mentioned, is going to pretty quickly cross into northern Alabama and then out of our part of the Mid-South. So again, technically a tornado warning for Alcorn County, but this storm has already pushed out, at least the tornado warned part of the storm has already pushed out of Alcorn County. It's moving east at 60 miles an hour, and it's going to continue to ride kind of along the Tennessee-Alabama state line. But again, good news is this is all getting out of our part of the Mid-South, and this storm is not going to come back to Corinth. Of course, we'll keep an eye on things for the next little bit. We're just about to start ABC 24 News at 5 regardless, so we'll be here to kind of keep an eye on things with you. But while we wait on that warning to expire, I do want to give you a little bit of a lay of the land of the rest of the Mid-South. We do have a couple of other thunderstorms we are watching, and that is going to be in northeastern Mississippi. We've got a severe thunderstorm warning for Marshall County, Benton County, and Tippah County. This is going to be for some high wind gusts and hail, and that warning is going to go until 5 o'clock, I should say. So we've got about another 4 or 5 minutes on this one. We'll see if they expand it. But something to talk about here, and something that we have to be aware of, is that all that storm energy that left last night, well, this morning, I guess, by about 6 a.m., and we got that break from the tornado warnings, that energy is coming back. This is kind of the issue with this storm system is, you know, we've got a cold front that was able to kind of get halfway through the Mid-South, but now that cold front is kind of stuck. And on one side of the cold front, you're going to have plenty of energy for thunderstorms, like we do right now in North Mississippi. But the rest of the Mid-South is a little more stable, not as much in the way of severe weather ingredients. Now, over the next few days, this area will fluctuate. Those storm ingredients will come a little north, come a little south. So we're going to keep in at least a chance of some strong to severe thunderstorms for the next few days. Of course, we do have a tornado watch that is in effect. That is for Memphis, Shelby County, a good chunk of North Mississippi, actually all of North Mississippi, and that's going to go until 10 p.m. So again, I know a lot of people are scared, a lot of people are worked up. I mean, my goodness, folks are just now beginning to clean up the mess from yesterday's storms. We had so many communities devastated by those storms yesterday, but we have round 2 that is coming in now. Again, I do not expect this to be anywhere near as serious as what we saw last night, but some storms could be strong to severe, high wind gusts, hail, And unfortunately, there is a risk of at least some tornadoes. Today and tonight, the main risk we're going to watch is along and south of I-40, kind of that zone right there. That's an area to watch for the next few days and for the rest of today, I should say. And some other severe thunderstorms that are coming in. This is going to be from out near Marvel, Arkansas, coming into Phillips and Lee County. So again, that's another severe thunderstorm warning that could be moving in as well. So we're going to watch for the next little bit here. Again, we do have a tornado watch in effect until 10 p.m. But if you are just joining us, the reason we've hopped on air early and unfortunately had to interrupt programming is because a tornado warning was issued for a storm near Corinth. Now, just about as fast as they put out that tornado warning, the storm moved out of Alcorn County. So Alcorn County, the threat has passed you. They'll be dropping that tornado warning very soon as that storm now pushes into Hardin County, Tennessee, and northern Tishomingo County, Tennessee. We are going to keep a very close eye on things for the next little bit here because, again, we do have thunderstorms developing in North Mississippi. Those do have the potential to be strong to severe as well. Again, this is not as high of a threat as yesterday. We are in a level 3 out of 5 severe weather risk, which is still a threat to keep a very close eye on, but not anywhere near as bad as that level 5 out of 5. Honestly, the bigger concern that we're starting to get more worried about is the rainfall. As we look at those rainfall totals here, across Memphis, the Metro, DeSoto County. This is just in the last 24 hours. I mean, incredible rainfall out near Bolivar. 7.5 inches, part of DeSoto County, close to 7 inches of rain. So while we do have that severe weather concern today and the potential for some strong thunderstorms, we are also very concerned about a severe weather potential, about a flooding potential in addition to that threat of some strong thunderstorms. So just be aware as we go through the rest of today, a couple of strong storms possible this afternoon and evening, but really heavy rain is going to be the biggest concern for us for the next few days. And Kit, it looks like they've just canceled that tornado warning for Alcorn County, which is kind of what we had expected.
On time for the 5 o'clock news to be starting right here on ABC 24. So if you are just joining us expecting the 5 o'clock news, we are wrapping up sort of the final phase of some tornado coverage over the last few minutes really here on the very edge of our viewing area. One thing sort of layering with what Trevor has said, all of these blue warnings you see across the area are flash flood warnings. The dark blue is a considerable flash flood warning for the next couple of hours here as we're seeing heavy rain that has come through the Memphis area. Of course, Memphis, a metropolitan city that has a lot of concrete, a lot of flash flooding and aerial flooding is expected in this area. That's technically through 5:15, but I wouldn't be surprised if they just continue it as not necessarily a considerable threat, which is an elevated threat from baseline flash flooding to a little more widespread and higher impact. Wouldn't be surprised if they extend that over the next several hours here as well. As of course, we've had some thunderstorms rolling through northern Mississippi, currently without any severe thunderstorm warnings in our viewing area as well. So things are settling down for the moment, but we, of course, as Trevor was mentioning, if we look back towards Little Rock, just outside our viewing area right here, south of I-40, we've got some thunderstorms that will be rolling in. So we will be bringing all the details of that forecast and of those storms as they roll through over the next several hours, given the fact that we have sort of that curved structure on these storms. Really, we could see any of these storms pick up very quickly. We're looking at the potential for some of these storms to need some elevated monitoring, not necessarily a severe thunderstorm warning, but the National Weather Service is considering this storm here headed towards Benton County, or in Benton County, headed towards Tippah County, could potentially get some additional attention later on.
Okay, great information there. We do have a little bit of housekeeping to get to here for just a second as we would normally be starting our 5 p.m. news on ABC 24. So what we're going to have to do here is take a little bit of a pause. Since that tornado warning has been canceled for Alcorn County, we no longer have any tornado warnings in effect for Alcorn County. We do not have any tornado warnings in effect at all in the Mid-South. Some more are possible for the next couple of hours. We'll keep a very close eye on things. But what we're going to do right now is take a brief commercial break. We are going to send CW30 back to your regularly scheduled programming. And then right after the commercial break, ABC 24 News at 5 p.m. will begin. So again, no tornado warnings in effect. For CW30, we'll send you back to regular programming. For ABC 24, a quick pause. We'll see you back here for the news at 5 p.m. in just a couple of minutes.
Well, deadly storms are now the big story this week, and round one yesterday left Mid-South communities in pieces. Thank you for joining us on the news at 5 o'clock. I'm Pepper Baker. Now, here in Tennessee, the death toll is rising as survivors return to their homes to pick anything that these storms left behind through that devastation. Today, we're in for flash flood warnings, tornado watches, and this storm seems far from over. Meteorologist Kit Thomas joins me now. Buckle up, Kit, because you've been doing a great job, but it seems like we're in for another long night.
Yeah, so it's going to be another round of heavy rainfall, of tornadoes. Of course, we just had a brief tornado warning. It was just on the fringe of our viewing area and then moved on into out of our area. So we had to reset a little bit. So we appreciate you all sticking with us and bearing with us through some likely extended coverage we will have to provide this evening for parts of our viewing area. Here's a look at the temperature map right now. You can see we've got much cooler temperatures across our northern viewing area that we had yesterday. We got up to around, I saw at least 86 degrees. It might have gotten up to 87. I might have missed that one. But 62 right now here in Memphis, 69 in Holly Springs, Corinth at 63, where rain has just moved through. You can even see a little bit of rain-cooled air there into parts of Panola County. We are going to still see the dew points still very humid, very high dew points in the 60s. Plenty of moisture for these storms to get going. On the winds, you can see we've got a northeastern breeze across most of our northern viewing area, straight out of the south across the southern. That's pulling in the supply of warm air and instability. We have a level 3 risk for severe thunderstorms today. That enhanced risk from the Storm Prediction Center in Oklahoma City. Yesterday, we had a level 5. Today, we have a level 3. It is still a threatening severe event for us. We aren't going to be quite as widespread. The tornado threat is present across this band of brown and yellow here. You see we've got that more widespread threat for tornadoes that could be strong to significant. Large hail up to 2 inches is possible with some of these storms, and straight line wind gusts is possible, but it's not going to be quite to the extent that we saw with some storms yesterday. Looking at radar this evening, we've got a few thunderstorms across parts of Arkansas, just across parts of Middle Tennessee, not quite in our viewing area. We are quiet for right now. We do see we've got plenty of storm energy moving into the Mid-South. We've got the front where that cold area is on the north side. That is sort of the dividing line. Everything is going to be severe south or along that line. North is much less likely to see the severe threat. Of course, we do have a tornado watch here shaded in yellow across this area. The details on that, of course, potential for many areas that we were affected last night could be re-affected this evening until 10 o'clock tonight. A few tornadoes, wind gusts to 70 miles per hour, and large hail up to 1.5 inches, and that just doesn't end it. We've got more